Excellencies, members of the diplomatic corps, senior government officials, representatives of government partners, heads of international organizations, UN colleagues, distinguished guests. A very good afternoon to you all. What a great day to come together to celebrate Women's History Month. I'm not sure you know this, but today is actually the International Day of Happiness. And this was following a resolution tabled by the Kingdom of Bhutan and adopted by the UN General Assembly in 2012. So it's a real day of happiness, the official day to be happy. Now I know, my dear, the world is not a particularly happy place these days, but I hope that at least for the next couple of hours, we can be as happy as we can as we celebrate the women and girls of the world, as we celebrate the women and girls of Zimbabwe in their diversity, leaving no one behind. The only thing that would have made me happier would be to have our guest of honor, Ambassador Monica Chakra, and her team. But they happen to be in New York attending the Commission on the Status of Women. But they've sent also their area representative to CD Gondo, who will be addressing us in just a moment. Now, when I talked about being happy today, I don't want you to get me wrong. We are not happy because the work on gender equality and women's empowerment is done, but rather because there are many more of us coming together to make sure the job gets done soon. The glass may not be full, but it is filling up. So thank you for being here. Now, our voices as parents, as leaders, as colleagues, friends, and family matter. And it matters even more when it comes to shifting social norms, addressing inequalities, and empowering women and girls. I like to think of my father as my very first he-for-she champion. Luckily, I've met many more along the way. Teachers, supervisors, colleagues, friends, and many of you in this room today. But how many women and girls had their dreams shattered or their rights reversed at the sound of a dissenting voice or at the stroke of a conservative pen holder? I do wish to state here that as much as we need he-for-she champions, we also increasingly need she-for-she champions. The women, like many of you in this room today, who share that good piece of advice, hold that door open, break that glass ceiling, demand more and demand better, and who pave the way of equality for future generations, just as so many other women did well before it was fashioned. I'd like to say that there is a special place on earth and in heaven for all of you he-for-she and she-for-she leaders. I hope you will continue to lend your voice to the important cause that brings us together. Now, of course, the only thing that speaks louder than words is action. That is, at least if you are an NGO fan, actions speak louder than words. So I hope today and every day, you will take action to invest in women and girls in small and in big ways, so that we don't have to wait 300 years to see equality. I would like to turn briefly to the theme of this International Women's Day. It says, invest in women, accelerate progress. To say that investing in women should not just be a slogan that will be forgotten by tomorrow. It is first and foremost a call to address the systemic and very deeply rooted inequalities that continue to trap women and to leave them behind. It is an invitation to intentionally but radically address both the symptoms and the root causes of gender inequality. It is a request to dismantle and restrain the laws, policies, systems, institutions, and social norms that perpetuate gender inequalities. Distinguished guests, it's been said that investing in women is critical to achieving SDG 5 on gender equality. And it's good that has a multiplier effect for all the 17 sustainable development goals. However, for this to happen, we need to shift our thinking about what constitutes an investment. For instance, sending girls to school from primary to tertiary level and vocational training, reducing unpaid care work, ensuring financial inclusion, securing equal pay for equal work, providing access to productive assets, including land for women, closing the digital gender gap, access to sexual and reproductive care, building resilience to climate change, addressing gender-based violence, and finally creating the foundation for women's leadership and political participation in public and in private institutions. I believe all of these should actually be part of what counts as investment. As far as I'm concerned, these are the highways, the bridges, the railways to equality and to inclusive sustainable development. This, therefore, cannot be an afterthought. Instead, it must be clearly embedded in our economic policies and social policies and backed by adequate financing and accountability mechanisms. Now, as I look around the room at so many familiar faces, I know that I'm preaching to the choir. So let me simply end by thanking you for all that you've already done and all that you will continue to do to make gender equality a reality in Zimbabwe and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to invest in women and to do it at scale. Happy International Women's Day. Happy International Day of Happiness. I thank you.